My name's Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone every day, every damn day. I'm gonna show you how to get money a lot cheaper than this. Hey, get yourself in a position to sit in that chair right there. Are you the solution or are you the problem?
Yeah, well, we're talking about what does it take?
They don't know you and they're not thinking about you.
They
do know
forgot
you and they're not thinking about you.
They forgot you. My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone where I wake you up, I shake you up, I punch you in the face, but mostly, I'm that good uncle.
What's happening, Grant Cardone?
Yeah, what's happening, man? You got a deal or you got a question? If you don't have more money coming in, whether it's an individual or a business, you cannot save more money and you will never have money to invest. I want to help you in this webinar, show you how to increase your income, how to find customers that will pay you more money. I want to invite you to come to my How to Increase Your Income webinar. This is the most important thing I've done in my entire career. Who does the best webinars in the world? Grant Cardone does, and everybody knows it.
Being married to an entrepreneur is hard work, but it's worth it when it works.
You got your hands full every day like I do. You got kids, you got a marriage that you're trying to work, a business that you're trying to make work.
Nobody teaches you how to manage a business or manage a relationship or marriage. Everybody's just trying to do the best that they can. The purpose of the show is to give you some tools on how to make the marriage and the business work. We don't do it perfect, but we're figuring it out.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Genie Show. Today
Yeah, no, I
got
gotta do something else.
A little free debate. Do we like the jacket? Not like the
No,
jacket?
no.
We're doing wardrobe changes here. Anyway,
Thank you,
thanks
thank
for
you.
joining us every Wednesday.
I can barely get in my jackets anymore. I'm so
What
ready.
is going on with this
There
show
you go.
today? Clearly, we are struggling, but we always pull ahead. We always find our way back
Struggling,
to
but I look
calmer
good.
waters.
But I look good.
What's going on with us today, G? You want to tell everybody?
Baby, you know what? I got to tell you something. I just want to remind myself as a man. John, you mind? I want to remind myself how lucky I am to have you.
Oh!
You know, people are like, hey, man, what's the big game changer for you? Two women in my life.
Yeah.
My mother, and this one right here. So the two women in my life that changed my life was my mama, who took care of me as a young boy
Oh, yes, you did.
and went through all the hard times. You've never been through hard times like my mama went through with me.
I bet.
And then
I don't want to either.
Huh?
I don't want to.
No, nobody should want to.
Druggies are no fun.
Hey, so look, fix this real quick, okay? 'Cause
Okay.
it doesn't look good.
There you go. Hook me up.
Johnny, why is it like that? Oh, there it is. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk today about your marriage, your business of marriage, you making it work. Here it is, Wednesday. A lot of people call this hump day, middle of the week day. I got to take a break today. I can't wait till the weekend gets here 2 days from now.
Then we
Look,
got,
man,
thank God it's Friday.
what you doing about your marriage? If that's what you're doing about your career, what you doing about your marriage? Okay, man, I can't wait till the weekend. What you doing to keep your marriage fresh?
So fresh and so clean.
Okay. What are you doing to force issues?
But that's not what we're
Like I did
talking
last
about.
night.
You're so
You
despicable.
tried to resist me.
You're
You
so
tried to
despicable.
resist me.
You're such a disgraceful
Hey, you guys on
human
Facebook, do me a
being.
favor. You guys on Facebook, post in comments to win a chance to get Cardone U for free for a year.
Wow.
Cardone U for free for a year. Post in comments. Any question, any comment. You like Elena's dress? You like my jacket?
Yeah,
you
your
do,
jacket
you
looks
don't.
way better.
You can say
Natalie,
anything
good
about.
call.
You can say anything about anything. My big watch that I just found.
But if you do say anything about anything, you do risk the chance that I will block and delete you.
No.
No, it's true.
Dude.
If you cross a line with me, I'm just telling you, I have a line. And anything you say in this line, if it's a little, if it's constructive criticism, or whatever you want to call it, I'm fine with that. Believe me, I've lived with him for 16 years. My skin is thicker than it may look. But if you cross the line, you're done.
So what is crossing the line? Before we get into the show today, because I think we got a really, really powerful topic today. I'd like to know from you guys.
If you mess with my kids, that's across the line.
Yeah, that is 305-865-8668.
You.
What else? What's that? What else is crossing the line?
If you insult my religion, which is unwarranted and unfounded, and I'm not bringing up the topic, but you're just being discriminatory and a dumbass, you're out.
Yeah, what else?
Because that's my group. I defend my group and
What
my
else?
people. If you threaten my husband, you're done.
No, man, please. Nobody threatens me. Nobody threatens me. Ever.
Okay.
People talk bad about me. People
If
talk
somebody
behind my back.
threatens your reputation,
Oh, well, that's different.
well, that's a form of
Okay,
a
let's
threat.
get into the show because
Okay.
this is all garbage,
All right.
okay?
All right. You asked.
We're talking today about when it rains, if you've ever heard this saying. I started this today about the women in my life. My mama used to say, when it rains, now I grew up in Louisiana. You know this saying? Francisco? Huh?
When it rains, it
When
pours.
it rains, it pours.
You've never heard that? When
And
it
the
rains,
old
it pours?
adage was,
Wow.
the concept was, like, how many of you, post in comments, have you ever heard this saying? When it rains, it pours.
It
And what
means
does it mean?
It all comes on at one time. Like,
Bad
if it's
stuff-
one bad thing, it's a bunch of bad things. If it's a
Exactly.
good thing, all
Yeah.
good things
you,
happen.
You also remember the other thing is when a famous person dies, two more go down?
Yes, it's always in threes.
You know this one?
Always
Johnny?
in threes.
You know this?
Yeah.
That happened last week.
Do you know this, Francis?
That happened last week.
With
What
who?
happened
A
last week?
couple guys died.
A,
Famous
cou-
guys.
a couple's
Like
not
a
three
scene,
though, man.
another one.
Who?
Like a scene and a three.
Yeah, so
It's
so
interesting.
so look, this is what I want to know. We loaded?
No, yeah.
305-865-8668, man. The phones are ringing, people are singing, and we're going to give you 3 things today to make your marriage brighter, last longer, and be more successful, okay? When it rains, it pours. My question, if that is true, is it true in reverse? When good stuff happens,
I love when it rains and pours and it's good
because
stuff.
it does in my life. I'm going to tell you right now, man, when I get on a roll, I get spikes, I get splurts, I get surges, and it lasts for some period of time. I get the upside of that. But I think what happens in a lot of marriages is people don't prepare for when it rains, it pours.
In the negative aspect.
In the negative stuff. Like if you guys know that's going to happen, do you agree with that statement? If you're on YouTube, post. Do you agree with that comment that when it rains, it pours?
Mm-hmm.
If so, and I think the majority of people might, what are you doing? What are you doing to prepare for that? You want to go over these 3 things that you and I did?
Yeah. Well, we did, the number one is, what are the possible, you would write down, what are the possible things that could happen to you?
Because I used to
in
ask
the
my mom
negative
this.
way.
I used to ask my mom this. She's like, when it rains, it pours. What's going to happen, Mom? And then she'd be like, a lot of people just kind of spewing bad news,
Well,
right?
a lot of people want to, be positive, and they don't want to even confront anything
I agree
negative
with
until
that.
they're forced with it. So they're like, why are we being so pessimistic about life? And why would you even consider the negative? My thought is
So you
better
prep?
to be prepared and never need.
Yeah, that's right.
But also we do a different tactic. We will prepare and think of all the worst things that could possibly happen, because if that were to happen, who would we have to be to protect ourselves against that when it happens? So it forces us to be unified, even when there isn't a threat. Because when there is a threat, it's easy for us. We automatically go to have each other's back, to go on guard, to protect ourselves from the outside world. But when the threat is easy and life seems good and we're flying around in the plane and there isn't an attack or a threat, we still have to act like there is and be united on the same front. So this helps.
Yeah. So what are the possible things that could happen, like in your life? Could it be a recession? Could it be a hurricane? Could it be a tornado? Tornado just hit a neighborhood in Alabama. Like people freaked out. Oh my God! Bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. So what are you doing to prepare in your marriage? Elena and I spend some time saying, what are some possible negative outcomes? Because when we're looking at that, I'm not paying attention. She's not paying attention to the negative things in me. when I get distracted by the negative possible
Possibilities
threats
and
in the
others,
environment.
and you know, and lawsuits.
I'm a
Lawsuit
magician.
is one. People are so lawsuit happy these days.
Yeah.
Like that's how
Could
people
happen.
make their money. It could happen. It could happen to a lot of people, whether you have money or not. People are looking to
Threats of lawsuits.
Yes.
Okay. Car wreck.
So also,
health problem.
but in preparing for the thought that everyone could be a potential lawsuit, it also makes you interact and protect yourself in dealings with that, and a little less naive in life going forward. If you're always thinking, is this person a potential lawsuit for me? Because there was a time when you and I walked around oblivious. Neither one of us had ever had a lawsuit. And we had big giant targets on us.
Yeah, come up with 3 things today. I want you to write down, sit down with your spouse and say, what are 3 things
I love that I
could
finished
happen?
that thought.
Well, because
yeah.
I understood the thought.
Yeah, but they didn't. We had targets on us that left us very vulnerable and susceptible. And so when it rained, it did pour in 2008. We had the target. I was pregnant. We were under a lawsuit. The economic collapse happened. It all because I couldn't
wasn't
work.
A negative thing.
No, but I wasn't working. I was an actress in Los Angeles. How many roles are there for 8-month pregnant women in Los Angeles at the time? It was just like, what are we going to do?
Number 2 thing you should do is sit down with your spouse and figure out what is the cost of some of these negative things. What can they do to set back you, your family, your charity, your money, your finances, your savings account, your retirement accounts. Number 3 thing, most
Let it
important
breathe.
thing.
Shh. Let it breathe. It's okay.
Number
Take a
3
breath.
thing.
Take a breath. And
Number 3.
action.
What would you need to sustain yourself through the famine? Now, for 2,000 years, all the way back to biblical days, they've been talking about locusts, famine attacks, floods. What are you doing to prepare so that bad things don't happen to you and your marriage, you and your family? Promise you.
Or that you can protect yourself when they do happen, and
yeah.
you don't have to take a 10-year setback. Maybe you only take a 3 to 6 month or 12 month
I like
setback.
that, Elena. I like that. Okay, that's what we do. That way, when we're focused on what could happen out there, we have our attention on the enemy, possibility of enemy, the possibility of destruction, the possibility of, people wanting to take something from us, and it puts us closer together.
Come together.
Come together.
Right now.
Okay, stay with us. You're watching the Genie Shop. If you don't have more money coming in, whether it's an individual or a business, you cannot save more money and you will never have money to invest. I want to help you in this webinar, show you how to increase your income, how to find customers that will pay you more money. I want to invite you to come to my How to Increase Your Income webinar. This is the most important thing I've done in my entire career. Who does the best webinars in the world? Grant Cardone does, and everybody knows it.
Was getting a degree in college not all it was cracked up to be? Has getting a degree let you down? 4 years of learning skills that don't make you any money? Promotions, raise, your paycheck. Sales is the key. Sales can open the door to all of these things. Are you ready to invest in your future? Let Cardone University open the door to your future. Grant Cardone has now made accessible years of experience into a comprehensive system that encapsulates proven techniques into an online platform. Accessible 24/7, learn at your own pace.
Look, if you're a professional and are required to take continuing education courses, my award-winning training have been approved for your continuing education credits by some of the largest accrediting bodies in the world today.
Take the step onto a new level. Achieve the goals you set for yourself and surpass all of your expectations. Go to CardoneU.com and join those who have gone before you through the door of success and claim the prosperity you deserve. Cardone University.
When it rains, it pours.
Welcome
Is
back to
that
the
true
Genie
for
Show.
you?
Welcome back to the Genie Show. Grant Cardone and the beautiful Elena Cardone here today with you to talk about the business of marriage as we do every Wednesday on the Cardone Zone. Today we're talking about.
When it rains, it pours, right?
But what is the point?
The point
That's
is,
the saying, when it rains, it pours.
And if you don't know the saying, it's everything happens all at once. That's what it rains, it pours means. And
How do you get through tough times?
How do you get through tough times? Well, you have to prepare in advance for them.
Yes.
So that's the whole point of the show is everyone wants to be positive. No one wants to think about negative. But if you do that, you risk the risk of finding yourself in an unwanting. You risk the risk. Is that not a thing? You risk the risk. I made it up. It's a new saying. You risk the risk of finding yourself in an unwanted situation, unprepared. That
Okay, you guys on
could harm
Facebook, just
you.
help me out here, okay? Because I just want to do a little poll here. Is risk the risk a saying?
I think
Please.
it is. I think it is. I think people are going to vote for me because they understand
No.
that you risk the risk. You're at risk to the risk.
No.
Anyway,
risk
since
the
when
risk
did we
is not
get
a
so
saying.
wrapped up in nomenclature?
I need to know from
from
the people
you,
watching,
of
is
all
risk
people.
the risk
You
a
make up
saying?
words daily and phrases.
But mine makes sense. Yours risk the risk. Okay.
No, mine
Number one,
are
sit down with your
genius.
spouse. I dare you guys do this weekend. Sit down with your spouse, your lover, whoever you sleep with, you're spending time with.
Or your business partner.
Yeah, business partner could be.
Yeah.
That's an awesome thing. Or maybe with your kids. Maybe wake your kids up to, hey, what are some possible negative things that could happen in 28, 19? What year are we in?
Yeah, bullying.
Okay.
We're in 19. Bullying
What
for the kids.
Possible negative things that could happen.
Social media bashing.
One of the things Elena and I talk about, sometimes I go home, she's like, how was your day today? I said, let me tell you the 5 things that didn't happen to me today. Like sometimes I make up stuff that didn't happen.
Run the risk.
Like, look, I didn't get in a car wreck today. Somebody else did, right?
That's right.
Okay, number 1, possible negative things that could happen to you in 2019. 2, what would be the cost of those things? Now, I know a lot of you think that we're positive people here, but I'm also a realist. Bad things happen. There is a cost associated. What I want to know, what does it cost to sustain that? What would it cost you in money, energy, time, people, support? What would it cost you to sustain that next bad thing happening? Whether it's a major recession. By the way, we're 10 years into an economic recovery. Should be another contraction at some point.
So would you say people have to be willing to take off the living in oblivion goggles?
Whoa, now that is much better than the risk.
Okay.
You just put me to a
Okay.
VR state. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. One thing it will take, by the way, is income. How much income would you need? How much indestructible income would you need, your family need? Because what if I got sick?
How much love and trust in the relationship would you have to not want to attack and fall apart and be strong for each other?
How many friends would you need?
Ooh, you're trying
Okay.
to one-up me.
What
Dang
would you
it.
need? What would you need? Income, by the way, I'm going to be spending some time with you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. GrantCardone.com/income. GrantCardone.com/income. And I'm going to be sharing with you the 7 streams of income that every family must have. There's actually 9, but I'm going to share 7 primary streams of income. I'm going to show you how billionaire Bill Gates did his, how Warren Buffett did it different, how Jeff Bezos did it completely different, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to literally disclose to you my different streams of income, not just today, but when I was starting, 10 years into my career, 20 years into my career, and then today. Okay, I'm going to show you how those streams changed.
And this
how
is a
you
webinar
need-
that
Yeah.
people can log on to?
Yeah, GrantCardone.com/income. It'll be about 2 hours. If you can't see the whole thing or can't be available tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll have access to it. It's only $49, a great deal. I do the best webinars in the world.
I'll give you that.
Okay, nothing but
Bar
content.
none.
The
best.
And I'm going to show you how to build 7 flows of income, 4 of which will get you through anything.
Okay.
Okay? So grab that because you're going to need income to get through the problems. Today, when I take you as a caller, I'm going to ask you, we have a phone problem, okay?
305.
We lost all our
Okay,
callers.
we lost all of our callers. Well, please call
So-
back
so
305. One
what's-
sec.
Yeah.
305-865-8668.
Oh.
And we'll take your calls.
Yeah, check it out. let me just say this about number one, Elena. And
Okay,
you
number
know this,
one is
you
what
know
are the
this.
possible things that could happen, all the bad possible things.
Yes,
Okay.
you know this
Okay.
as well as anyone. Everything that you put on this list, this is just an exercise, because everything you put on this list,
Is probably not the thing you're thinking.
not the thing that will
No.
happen.
That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to be a curveball.
It's-
But
It's not going to be a
in
curveball.
preparing
You're looking
for
for a
this-
baseball, and it's going to be
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be
a
a
frisbee.
missile.
Okay, yeah,
exactly,
missile.
a frisbee.
Okay,
right.
okay.
Frisbee's good.
okay, but whatever it is, in preparing for the one thing, it's going to get your mind
Yeah.
open to looking and perceiving and preparing, and most importantly, uniting forces.
Let me give you an example. I was preparing for an economic turndown, by the way, that did happen in 2010. I was preparing for that financially. Johnny, please. Okay, I was preparing for that. And but this other thing came, the frisbee,
The frisbee.
the unattended. It was a lawsuit from a
Friend.
Okay,
That was hence
it was
the target.
Extremely
Devastating.
expensive. Okay,
Extremely
it wasn't
expensive.
devastating.
It was too.
It
when
was
you're
expensive.
It
wasn't
was devastating to me when you think your friends are your friends, and to come to the realization that you were a mark. You were absolutely 1,000,000% targeted and conned. It was devastating to
Poor
me.
Ralph.
I was
Ralphie.
embarrassed.
Ralphie, I love you, by the way, because all these bad things, if you can survive them,
You
let me
get
tell
smart.
You get smart, you get stronger. I remember when this Ralph punk, Ralph Gianelli.
Why are you
Did I say
saying
his
this?
name?
Oops.
San Diego, lives in San Diego, real estate
Jesus,
con man.
wow.
I think I'm beyond the lawsuit now. I can call him that.
Whatever.
If you guys know Ralph, tell him I'm talking about him today. Ralph, I can't tell you how much you have fueled my career and my success, because I remember walking out of that thing saying,
And I remember
I'm
his
gonna make
wife
sure-
has made me realize that I will never associate with fake people
his wife?
ever
That
again.
was never his wife. He never married her.
Yes, he did.
No, that
We
was
were
his-
at their wedding in Las Vegas. We were in the
No,
wedding.
no.
You were the best man in the wedding.
Skank.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
gosh.
check it out. Okay, Ralph.
But you know what?
I can't
Out of
thank
sight,
you enough,
poof.
dude. You made me hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes, you did.
You
Yes, you
were
did.
responsible for the jet that I fly today. Okay, you have made me the man I am. Okay, if you guys can sustain this,
That's right.
if you can, if you're prepared, that's why. Look for possible negative things that can happen. 2, what will be the cost? How much money would it cost you to get through this? Money, time, energy, resources. 3, how much dough, time, people, resources do you need to get you through? When Elena and I have that conversation about those 3 things, we do not fight with each other. We
think on
prepare
how to get strong.
for the fight.
I
Natalie?
have an idea. The frisbee. Can I give an example
Yeah,
of a
please,
frisbee?
please.
Because it can be less than what you think it would be, but actually more damaging. Like, for instance, it can be simple things. You're expecting an economic collapse or a lawsuit from an ex-employee
yeah.
or whatever. You're expecting something big. However, it comes in the form of the frisbee, which is you are all of a sudden start fighting with your best friend or your partner in a business, and you start fighting and you think that you're really bothered by each other. But what you don't know is it's not about this that's happening. It's about somebody in your world trying to break y'all up and divide you to make you each weaker because they don't like you together. So you've got to understand that there's other things happening other
I have
than
no
these
clue
big
what
things.
you just said. It seems so off what you just said.
Really? Because
where's
I'm
the
trying to
frisbee, dude?
say that
No clue
people
what you're
will
talking
talk
about right
behind your back about a person who is very powerful and influential to you. It could be your wife, it could be your husband, it could be a business partner that you have a very good relationship with that are viable for your survival. Not yet. For your
bring me a caller.
survival. Not
I
yet.
don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm explaining it, and people understand when I speak. So
If
if
you
you
guys
don't,
understand-
zip it. And I'm telling you that there are people out there, your enemies, who might appear to be your friends,
Yeah,
will
yeah.
talk about your husband or your wife to you so that you guys start fighting. So eventually you break up or have fights or whatever. And then they wedge.
those are just
And
things
that's a
that happen
frisbee.
in life.
No. Do not get
that's
confused.
not a frisbee.
Those are not things that just happen in life.
No.
Those are war missiles. Those are camouflage frickin' mine holes, whatever they're called, mine bombs. They're supposed to look innocent. They will blow your shit up. And they'll blow it up from internal, and it can be more damaging than financially.
Wow.
And I'm
wow.
telling
AJ,
you the
let's
truth
talk
on
to
that.
AJ, okay? You're telling me the
Because I
truth.
know.
What's up, AJ?
Hello?
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Grant. AJ Hoover here, Beaumont Builders.
Dude, good to talk to you. How you doing, bruh?
We love you, sir. You and your wife are an inspiration to me and my wife. We were at 10X. We absolutely love you guys. It's actually our 10-year anniversary today, so it kind of tied in with the show.
Man, congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it. We're trying to get to boot camp. I'm trying to work with your guys to hook me up with a deal to get us down to a couple VIPs. So I'm working with those guys to get towards the end of the month to get down there.
Yeah, well, just make it happen, bro. Just what you got to do is quit trying to make it happen and just commit.
Yeah, absolutely. I got all the books. I mean, I'm listening to the books in the truck as I'm driving from job site to job site.
Dude, what's your wife's name? You bringing her to the boot camp?
Yes, sir. Jill. Her name is Jill.
Yeah, so look, man, I expect to see you at the boot camp. I'm going to personally hold you accountable if you don't get there. Where do you live?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Where do you live?
We live in Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Yeah. So get down here. Okay, you got to be here. I expect you to be here. I expect Jill to be here. And I want you guys there because I want you to show other people, be an example of what 10 years of marriage looks like.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
how you guys
Yes, sir.
you guys prepare for the negative things that happen on this planet. We do have gravity. Okay, we do have I'm dependent upon a lot of things. People said the other day, man, it looks like you dude, what do you depend on? Dude, I depend on a lot of stuff. Oxygen. I depend on partners. I depend on employees. And people let you down. I depend on my kids to be at home when I get home and they come up and hug Papa and make Papa feel big and strong. I depend on my wife. You know, I depend on stuff. But look, bad things happen to good people. Don't be naive. Bad things happen to good people. Your friends are going to let you down, folks.
Yes,
Your
sir.
friends are going to let themselves down. If your friend's going to let themselves down, if you're surrounded by friends that don't take care of their own finances, guess what? They can't help you when you're in trouble. That's why I believe that I'm not successful if the people around me are not successful. If I'm running a company and I'm the only one making any money, the only one happy, the only one interested, then I'm not successful.
It's
okay?
gonna go like this.
AJ, I'll see you, baby. I'll see you. Tell your wife
sir.
Jill. Tell your wife Jill. I can't wait to spend some time with her.
Excellent. Have a good day.
Okay. 3 things I want you to do before the weekend's over. I'm giving you the assignment just like I gave AJ.
1.
1.
Write down.
What are the possible things that could happen in your environment for all of you out there that are having trouble getting your spouse, your husband, or your wife on the same page? I don't need all that. This is what we talked about this morning.
Yes.
I don't need all that.
Good
I don't
point.
need the Grant Cardone lifestyle. I don't need all that stuff. Dude, you're selfish. It's because you're not looking at possible negative things that can happen to you. People are like, why you need a jet? In case some bad shit happens. I can leave. Number 2, what is the cost of that? 3, what would it take you to sustain it? I'm not saying you need a jet, but what you do need to do is stay right where you are. And we're going to come back to you.
Oh!
If you don't have more money coming in, whether it's an individual or a business, you cannot save more money and you will never have money to invest. I want to help you in this webinar, show you how to increase your income, how to find customers that will pay you more money. I want to invite you to come to my How to Increase Your Income webinar. This is the most important thing I've done in my entire career. Who does the best webinars in the world? Grant Cardone does, and everybody knows it. For 30 years, I've been investing in real estate. These are large multifamily apartment complexes around the United States that are cash flow positive when we buy them. 97% of my net worth is invested in these properties because I believe in them that much. For the last 12 months, I have been working with the SEC to provide non-accredited investors the opportunity to invest alongside me. If you like the idea of investing in real estate but don't have the time to manage it, you like the idea of investing cash into real assets, but don't have time to find the deals, manage the deals, fund the deals. Maybe you don't even know where to start looking. And regardless of what your decision is, let me just say to you that the best financial advice I can give anyone today is what has worked for me. Look forward to you investing with us. I look forward to you being a partner. By the way, this is not a REIT. This is a real asset. You're a partner with me in the exact asset that we're buying. Okay? Good luck investing.
Woo! Bigger news is a-coming.
Welcome.
It's a-coming.
Jesus.
Welcome back
Not
to the
even
Genie
Jesus
Shop.
can help you.
305-865-8668. We have some callers. Would you like to take some callers now?
I would.
Senor
We're talking about
Handsome?
the three things. Your callers, check it out. When's the last time you prepared? Sat down and wrote a list of possible negative things that could happen to you. Okay? All the big players do this, by the way. They're prepared for bad stuff to happen. 2, all the middle class people are like, I can't believe that happened to me. Dude, what? You drive a car, okay, and a guy hits you, rear ends you, and he doesn't have insurance. And then you're like shocked.
Yeah.
And you're in California. And you're shocked that somebody hits you and doesn't have insurance. Like, how can you be shocked? Somebody shoots somebody in the neighborhood. Like, you shocked? We got more guns in America than we have.
Don't you talk
than we
about
have,
guns.
Than we have what? Cars, I think.
Well,
There's more freaking guns in America than there are cell phones.
Maybe people would have their manners in.
I dropped my cell phone. It's going to cost $100 to fix it. Yeah, well, dude, you should have known you were going to drop the cell phone when you bought it.
Get a case.
Where's the 100?
Train yourself.
You shouldn't be blaming Apple because the damn thing broke. You should be like, dang, why don't I have 100 to fix it? I broke mine already. Brand new phone, got it chipped in the back, man. I'm not all disappointed.
What's a possible negative that could have happened to you, G?
Lawsuit, losing some key executive, event that I have planned. See that? Oh my God, just a little.
What else?
I think Elena did this just to try to ruin my day. By the way, your spouse could do that. Kids stealing from you. How about this? The kids steal your shit.
Man, Sabrina has a bank of money.
$600.
I'm telling you what.
Been stealing money, blaming it on Denora. Okay.
No, she didn't.
Two. What's the cost? What's the
They're in
cost
cahoots.
of these possible things that could happen? Okay, I remember when we had Sabrina, and my mom was sick. My mom was dying, actually. And I get a phone call from my sister, and my sister says, hey, you need to get to Lake Charles immediately. That flight was not, we didn't have a plane at the time. Day two
of Sabrina's birth.
You
They
need to
said,
get
hey,
home.
we gave you the birth, now come home.
You need to get home now, okay? I had to get on a plane, fly to Lake Charles,
Brutal.
Spend a week with my mom, bury my mom, go through all that. That wasn't on my budget.
I couldn't be there. I had a brand new child. I'm by myself. I went from total elation to total sad and happy at this. It was very confusing. Very confusing.
That wasn't on the budget. Woo! Nobody's going to plan that because you guys don't confront that bad things happen in life.
Yeah.
Right? So we had the babies. We had the babies, and then one of the babies got nipped by the dog. We had to get rid of the dogs. Like you don't plan for some of these things that distract
I can't believe
people.
you admitted that story. You get so
It's
mad
not
every
really,
time
the
I
dog
say
really
it.
didn't nip
You
the kid.
weren't there.
The
Let's not talk
kid
about it. I
pulled
was there.
away
I was there.
from the dog.
Was there.
Okay. Number 3. Y'all get dogs and then y'all forget you got to feed them. Like it's dumb. Okay. And dogs get sick. They eat macadamia nuts. It costs $3,000 to bring them to the damn hospital because their back legs are paralyzed.
Or in your case, you just shove a hose up his butt and don't take him to the hospital
I
and
gave
let
the
him have
dog
an
an
enema.
enema, man. I'm a self-made man.
Anyway, let's go on. We've been through some stuff together. We've been through some
True
times.
story, by the way. If y'all ever want to hear the dog
It is a true story. I wanted to bring the dog to the vet. He was like, "Oh hell no, she's already cost me too much money."
I gave the dog an enema, and then when I got done, I gave Elena one.
Oh, shut up. Now that's not true.
Gave the whole house one, I think.
You're so disgusting.
Johnny was there. I'm like, Johnny, you want one?
He was offering.
Johnny, I've been waiting all
It did recover the dog, too.
Okay.
Macadamia nuts paralyze dogs from the waist down. Like they can't even move. And if they have too many, they die. Well, she was in full-blown can't
Paralysis.
move paralysis. He shoves a hose up her butt.
No,
She has an
first of all,
enema.
let me bring them back
Why
to
are
some
we
color on
telling
the
the
story.
story?
Give me a caller, okay? First of all, I was in California at the time. I took a hose, took a garden hose.
I just said that.
Took a knife out, chopped off the edge of it. So imagine that. It's nice and smooth, man. Nice and smooth. Got a little cold water running through it, man. I said, Coco, come over here, okay? Turned her over, wham, okay? Filled
And I
her
kid
up.
you not, she went like this.
She went from sad to like
Because
smiling like
it got out of her system. And then he did a second one. And then she was fully recovered. She was like totally happy again.
Cost me like
saved us
10
probably
cents
$2
of water.
grand.
Oh, at
Probably
least
saved
$2,000.
us $2,000.
And then I was running around the house. Who wants one? Who wants one? Okay. Okay, Leo DiCaprio is my next door neighbor. I said, Leo, you want one?
He's all watching from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, let's talk to our callers.
Yeah, let's get a caller. We
Remember
got
the
really
three
off
things, guys.
target
This has
here.
gotten
We
a
got
little
really off
foolish, a
track.
little crazy from wrist to wrist, whatever she was talking about in the first segment to where we are now. The enemas.
You
Label
risk
this
the risk.
enemas
You risk the risk.
are going to put
I'm gonna bring it.
dog doctors out of business. Okay, let's roll.
Veterinarians. They're called veterinarians.
What?
Greg, what is up? Please save us from this
Greg,
conversation.
have you ever given yourself an enema?
No, but I am a chiropractor.
Greg, you've never given yourself an enema?
No, my friend, no.
Dude, I grew up on enemas.
I know. My parents were a little temperature
When I was a
thermometer
kid-
shit.
That's a shitty life when you grew up, right?
That's a shitty life, dude.
I have cursed way
That's
too
funny,
much this
man.
episode.
Way too much. Okay, dude, you're a chiropractor. Where? How big's your business?
I'm in Jackson, Missouri.
Oh, good. How big's the business?
How big right now?
Yeah.
We bring about $30,000 a month.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
What can we do to get
Okay.
that thing to $300 a month?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. So I came to 10X. I sat in the diamond section, hung out with you during the real estate portion for a couple days, and I just want to let you guys know, this is why I called in. I had a minute. I just wanted to let you know that you guys set a great example. My wife and I were actually in a pretty bad spot during that time, and y'all set a great example about how to have your kids, how to have success. So what happened is I was growing. My wife didn't feel like she was growing with me. I'm becoming more successful. She felt like she was being left behind, and y'all set a really good example. I appreciate that.
Man, I
Wow,
appreciate you
I
for saying
appreciate that too. Really do.
Like what happened? Like what do you think shifted things? Was there something you heard or saw or?
Well, number one, learning from a mentor. So just watching you guys and how y'all interacted and cheering for each other. And then another moment that happened was Jesse Itzler backstage in the diamond section was more worried about, hey, can I get out and see my wife speak, than he was about his own glory or the people coming to see him. I thought that was amazing too. He's like, can I make sure that I get out front and see my wife? And then you mentioned a couple things like that too. And then also you did a 2-day seminar on business and real estate, and your wife and sister are sitting in the back the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's support.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned, is how to support my wife and let her grow, and also how she can support me.
Man, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
You know, the
Yeah.
fact that Elena goes on a lot of these things with me, I got so many of my friends that are like, man, your wife is awesome, dude. That's code for, I wish my wife was showing up for this stuff.
Yeah.
So-
So my wife wanted, she wants to go. So now we're both, next year, we're going to go to the GrowthCon 4.
Yeah, that's great, man. Well, we got some big news brewing on the Growth Conference 4. Everybody thinks the last one was good. We got some twist on the next one. So, man, I can't wait to see you. Look, let's get your business to $30,000 a week. Tell your wife. What's your wife's name? Cherie. I'm giving you guys an assignment this weekend to sit down and say, hey, what are some possible negative things that could happen to the business, our life, our marriage? 2, what would be the cost?
The cost you're going.
What would be the cost of those things hitting us? There's going to be a cost.
Yeah.
Time, energy, effort, distraction, depression, all kind of stuff, anxieties. And 3, what would you and Cherie need in terms of resources to sustain yourself and the marriage and the business and the family through those things? Okay?
So how does fortification for the two of you look like?
Yeah. Build an empire, folks. Okay? The ant has an empire.
Until someone steps on it.
Until like a little,
But-
oops.
Yeah, but every castle has a wall, and it has those towers, and
A moat.
it has a
Could have a
moat.
moat
Yes,
around
it
it.
has protection.
Yeah, for the people outside to protect from the outsiders, and also, by the way, to have a line of commerce to say, hey, I got to collect some taxes here. I got to collect some monies. We got to keep things moving within the empire so it continues to grow. So, hey, man, I look forward to seeing you guys. I'd love to know from them. Maybe Natalie, we can follow up how much he liked the real estate course. The
Oh, that was amazing. Your master class?
The
But you
master
see, I'm your
class.
biggest fan, so.
The master class on the real estate course was like one of the most incredible
You had a really great time.
seminars I've ever done.
Yeah,
in
you
my
had
entire
really
life.
fun. A
People
lot of
say,
fun.
hey, what's the anyway? Natalie
Yes, sir. We have Ortega in San Antonio.
Ortega, how you doing, my friend?
Pretty good.
Good. What's going on today, buddy? Appreciate you calling the Genie Show.
Yeah. So I was just, seeing you guys earlier. You were talking about, being a mark. I guess, for those of us that aren't married, and say we're in a better position, even when you're dating, how do you know if you're a mark? It may not be in the sense of,
a mark.
a business transaction like you may have been in, but say it would have been in for, dating wise. How do you know? What did you learn in this whole experience of being a mark?
Yeah.
Well,
Good
here's
point.
here's
Good
the
question.
thing.
Good
Mark
question.
in London asked me the same thing because he said now that he has money, he feels like girls come after him just for the money. And I said,
He ain't got any money.
well,
Mark, right?
whatever.
Mark, if you're watching,
You
that
calling
ain't
him
money
out?
you got.
Can I
son.
finish? Can I finish?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You know if you're a mark, look, if you're attracting girls that aren't interested in your money and your success, you have to look at that. What kind of a person is that? You know later on in life how hard it is going to be to get her on the same page as you. So if you have girls coming after you because you are successful, that might be a good sign.
That's a compliment.
That's a very good sign because she is ambitious as well. Now, you tell the difference between is she just an entitled kind of a chick that's like,
thief.
I need the out exchange, isn't willing to exchange to help you, to grow, to this, to that, and only wants because she has to keep up with Maybe not, you don't want that chick, but the chick who's willing to get in and dig a ditch and then get her nails done, she might be the one that's like the golden girl.
But dude, look, as you get successful, you do become a mark. Look, there is no getting around this. And I know a lot of people out there are saying, I don't want to do that because I don't want to be the mark. That is completely wrong and backwards concept. That
Fly under the radar. Don't become as powerful. Don't take on too much responsibility. Be small your whole life.
You're avoiding everything that you actually do want by coming up with that calculation.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to learn how to count so no one can hold me accountable for why I don't have money. Like.
Oh, strong.
I
Now
mean,
you dropping them, huh?
No, I'm just saying, like it's just a weird calculation.
Yeah, it
right? I
is.
don't want power because then people are going to hold me responsible. No, you want power and you want money and you want freedom and you want choices and you want friends.
That's
Even
right.
though you're going to have friends let you down. Remember, friends are going to let you down.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Friends are going to let themselves down. If they let themselves down,
They're going to let you down.
Dude, I've had 3 friends let me down this week.
Oh, that is a fact.
Okay, 3 this week. Like, I'm like, wow, man, these people
Wow,
must be
like,
really disappointed in themselves.
Yeah.
Because I'm disappointed in them.
Oh,
So,
major.
I know. I'm not the
Major.
first person they disappointed. They've been disappointing themselves every day. So you got to remember this, right? When this is happening to you, don't feel bad about yourself. You should know as you get friends, they're going to let you down. Like, why would that surprise you? There will probably be a terrorist attack somewhere in the world today. Why would that surprise you? There's going to be a car wreck. There's going to be a disappointment. There's going to be something happen. Somebody's going to walk in your store and steal something. Somebody's going to sue you. Somebody is going to do something wrong to somebody. Possible negative things that could happen to you in your life. 2, what's the cost? Hey, I got reserves for that. 3, what will you need to do to sustain that? Ortega, I hope you become a target.
Yeah, and
I pray, my brother.
Yeah, me too.
You become a
Because you're
target
going to be
to many.
smart enough to differentiate, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you do, You're going to, if you are a target, you're going to learn from that, and you're going to say, how can I take responsibility? Because ultimately you saw the red flags. You chose not to see them because you wanted the poo-tang, or you thought you were lonely, or whatever it is. You have to look at what you did in order to not see those red flags.
Dude, if I was
but
single,
in hindsight,
I could get a lot of poo-tang right now. You know that.
Of course.
I'd be killing
I mean,
stuff
why not?
every-
You're a
every-
rock star. You're
Every 2
hot.
hours, I'd be killing something.
Oh man! And you know what would happen to your empire?
No,
would
but you
get
know what
smaller.
would happen? What would happen is that, like I have women hit me on Instagram right now, and I know they're trying to set me up. I know they are. I can tell. I can tell by the whole energy of their little DM.
Ooh, Nelly, you ain't falling in that mine hole.
You know
are you?
why would I not know that that's going to happen? Like how can these celebrities
And why?
How can these celebrities end up in some girl's hotel room and not think that they're not going to get sued for bad thing happening? Like what are people thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
One more caller. You got
Let's
Chris
take
from
'em.
Toronto.
Chris in Toronto. By the way, I'm coming
By
to
the
Toronto.
way, we can't let this go by because this is
Talk
important,
about
and you
interrupting
miss
me.
it.
Who
and you
interrupts
miss
who
it.
the most?
You interrupt me the most. Everybody knows that. But here's the other thing that I come across this a lot is the guy or the girl is afraid of the other one's success because they know they're going to get the attention from women or men, and they're afraid they won't be able to say no, and so they want them to stay small and under the radar so they can have each other. So you want to address that, or what do you want? Huh?
Not really. I don't have a private account. I don't have any private accounts. You notice all my accounts? People are like, man, I got a private account on Instagram. Why? What you hiding? Name one reason you'd have a private account on your Instagram. Because you don't want your wife to see what page you like it. Elena, I'm going to tell this story and then we'll take this phone call, okay? Elena,
Do
one day,
tell.
some dude hits Elena and says, I just want was it a woman or a guy?
Oh, I don't know what you're going to say.
I just want you to know your husband liked this woman's page. Was that a woman or a guy?
I don't recall. It might have been a guy.
Okay.
I think it was
I
a guy.
want you to know your
actually think it was-
husband liked, I don't know, some hot chick. I hit like. Dude, you know how many likes, how many times, if I go by your page, I'm going to hit like. I don't, like a lot of people I know.
I'll tell you what the
I don't-
photo
stop
was.
it.
You want me
I
to tell
don't,
you what
like
the
a
photo
lot
was?
of people I know, not hit like when they see something because they're like, oh, I don't want to send him any more juice. I don't want to send him any more affirmations. I don't want to get him more powerful. Dude, I see your page, I'm gonna like it.
You're so
Unless
good
I
like
disagree
that.
with
You're so confident in yourself that you can actually flow power to other people, and other people don't. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, the picture,
Was it a girl? Was it a
It was
girl?
a guy, I think, if I recall
I
properly.
liked a guy's page.
No. The guy sent me the message. Look at what he's liking on Instagram
yeah,
and
yeah.
screenshot it.
Yeah, and
sent it to me. And it was deceiving in a certain way
She was
because
hot. She was hot,
no,
right?
it wasn't a she. It was actually two she's.
Oh, buddy.
But let me tell you,
2X.
it was like this, so it was deceiving, right? But down here at the very bottom was like some nip action going
Oh, yeah.
of each other. But it didn't look like a nude picture. You know, it looked like. So anyway, I handled the
2X
business.
4X.
I handled the business. I was like, how
4Xs.
dare you? And then I went to you and was like, what the? You're making me look like a Igmo.
She did not do any of that. She didn't do any of that. She just came to me and said, hey, like somebody said you like this page. I said, yeah, let me show you. I like that one, and I like the one before it, and I like the one before that, and the one before that. I even like what Johnny puts up on his page sometimes.
You like mine?
Okay? Yeah, always, man. Okay? Let's go.
Christian in Toronto.
Most of the time, Francisco, it's just a picture of you.
Yeah, right.
It's a picture of you. No.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, Chris?
Uncle G, what's going on?
From the YYZ, baby. You know what YYZ stands for?
What's it stand for?
Toronto Airport, man.
Right, I mean,
That's the
I
code
knew
for the
that. I thought
Toronto
you had
Airport.
your own.
Yeah, he does. He
You
has
had
his
your
own
own.
language.
Hey,
I
dude,
know.
what's a Canadian dollar worth today? Like a U.S. dollar's worth like $1.36 or something? How much is it?
It's worth nothing unless it's in real estate. Oh, and by the way, sister from another Mr. Elena, how are you doing? I think we need like a pastor's towel for her today. She's pretty on fire.
Dude.
She's just
Damn, I'm
giving some
feisty.
fire points.
We need a fire meter.
Feisty these days.
Johnny, give me a
I was
fire meter.
feisty last
Elena
show,
fire
too.
meter. EFM.
This is
I think
this is
it's-
too much.
I think it's 10X Health Systems. I'm getting all these vitamins now. It's making me a little feisty. You know,
Well,
I'm like,
today is the health system. We have the healthcare situation going on here, so you guys might want to, I'll show you guys around.
Yeah, yep. You guys have a
free
terrible real estate issue up there.
Terrible. I'm in a place right now. Well, first of all, let me just say it's amazing speaking with you two. It's been maybe 2 or 3 years. Actually, no, it's been 3 years since I've went into business for myself. I used to work at a bank. I won't say it's
like I was in a
really boring
confessional
career. I'm not sure if you heard of the bank before, but anyway, worked there for
3
a
years
little
since
bit.
my last
Learned a
confession.
bit about money, and it was just a job. I needed to increase the cash flow because sitting down with people who have been there for a while, I didn't see anything changing. So I decided to go into business for myself. Some of my mentors, actually, I believe they're friends with you, Hector Lamarck and so on. And I remember when I started, the girlfriend my girlfriend at the time, still my girlfriend, looking to move it towards fiance, wife, if she doesn't act up. But she joined me in business as a junior partner, and we've just been trying to build this empire. And, from when I first was introduced to you, it really scaled and elevated just my level of thinking. What I realized was I was thinking so small, and that's because of the environment, the people I was around, just how I was raised and so on. And really just, sell or be sold, 10X. I just started listening to all your material, and I just want to say thank you so much because I really believe that I wouldn't have even taken certain chances on myself and bet on myself in a lot of scenarios if it had not been for you. And I've seen the growth just mentally, just how I'm able to think and also inspire other people to think. And it really stems back to, a lot of the material that you put out.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
awesome.
I really
Really great
appreciate you
acknowledgement.
saying all those great things about me.
it's true and it's awesome. And you
Taylor
deserve
Swift.
it.
I was watching a Taylor Swift concert with my kids last night, and she talked about she writes songs to try to figure out her own life. And I was just sitting there saying, my God, that's why every book that I've written, except for one book, has been about me trying to solve some problem in my life. Writing is a way for me to solve my own problems, and then somehow enough people get turned on to it and like, dude, this exact problem I was having, whether it's sell or be sold, or if you're not first, you're last, or the closer survival guide, or
Be obsessed or be average.
or the
webinar
webinar I'm doing tomorrow night. Okay, I'm doing a webinar Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to reserve your spot to see it. It's only $49. It's a project that we're putting together. We're going to sell this project in about 60 days. This product for $1,400. You can get it for $49. You're going to get access to the unproduced, unedited version of how to create 7 flows of income. And I'll be sharing with you exactly how I do it. The reason I'm doing that right now is I'm trying to do it in some other businesses that we're creating, where I'm trying to create multiple flows of income for other businesses and individuals. I'm trying to solve my own problem again. So I know if I can figure this out and solve my own problem, duplicate what I've done in other businesses for another business that I'm creating, then I can help. And if it's successful, and I think it will be, by writing it and sharing it, I'll help other people. So I hope that, what was his name? Ortega? Chris from Toronto. I hope that you join me tomorrow night. The website's grantcardone.com/income, grantcardone.com/income. You get access to the program. If you're not available, you get to go back and rewatch it. Again, it's only $49. It's exclusive. You have to register to get access to it. It's how to create 7 flows of income. There's actually 9. I'm going to show you how to work on the 7, and that the other 2 actually will help you build the primary 7 that all billionaires on this planet have used to create multiple flows of income. Okay?
Awesome.
I know Elena will be there. My sister will be there because my family supports me. And family that don't support you, we love you. We love you. Yeah, well, dude, support me if you love me. Oh, man, you've done so much for me. Good, then join me at the events that I do. We're doing a boot camp at the end of the month. If you guys love me, you love Elena, then support us in these things that we do. We just created a mastermind. It's going to be for 50 people, limited to 50 people. It's $100,000, 2 retreats a year, and diamond seats at our 10X Growth Conference. You can't even buy those seats yet, but we're going to do, the first one's going to be, I think, in Cancun.
Oh.
Cancun, 4 Seasons is where we're trying to do it, either 4 Seasons or the Ritz.
Ooh.
And then we're going to do another one in Cabo. October is going to be Cancun. January, I can't tell you about the January date, but I can tell you about, I think it's March or April, May next year. October's Cancun.
Anyway, get to the point.
And then we're going to do Cabo, 2 retreats, and in between we're going to do the 10X Growth Conference, diamond seats. It's $100,000, limited to 50 people. It's going to be amazing. It's a 10xmastermind.com is the website.
Nice.
So look, you guys like what we're doing? Support us. I have Grant Cardone Foundation, man. Send $20 over there. Okay, this YouTube channel is free. The Facebook you're watching on right now is free. We do a show every single day. You don't want to give me any money? Show up and post in comments and share the stream. And don't ever give me a penny, man.
Subscribe.
Just support us. Support the people that you love. Support the people that are helping you. Support
Love
the
it.
people that are on your team.
Yep.
And if they're not on your team, dude, quit watching them. Right?
Yeah.
Quit spectating. Get on a team. Who's on your team? Okay? If you got somebody you're sleeping with and they're on your team, sit down with them this weekend and say, what are some possible negative things that could happen to us? What if the industry we're in gets disrupted by an Uber type or an Amazon type of assault? What if VR replaces theaters and your family's in the theater business?
Virtual
They're going to go
reality.
away. You understand? All these AMC theaters, they're going to be history here in the next 6 to 8 years. They will not exist.
I
People will
agree.
not go to theaters.
With that virtual reality?
The poor taxi cab driver that came here from India, okay, and him and his family bought a bunch of cab
Franchises
businesses,
or something?
you know, or people right here in New York that created a big a cab company, and they weren't looking at the fact that their cars were dirty, they were stinky. You had to wait. I didn't know your driver didn't know how to get me there. I'm sitting in traffic. Your driver's angry, and then Uber comes along and just literally like erases an entire industry. Possible negative. It could happen to you. Okay. Number 2, the cost. The cost.
What would be the cost if you weren't
you and your
prepared?
family.
If you're not prepared?
What's the cost? Not just the financial cost, dude. What is the emotional turmoil that you're going to go through? People are like, why do you invest so much money in multifamily and apartment buildings? Because I don't want the drama of my money getting taken away from me. So I don't invest in the stock market because I reduced the possibility
Of the risk. Of the
of
risk.
the risk.
Of the risk.
And
of
number
the
3,
risk.
dude, how much money do you need to sustain? How much fuel do you need in your car to sustain? How much food do you need at your house to sustain? How much ammunition would you need if the zombie apocalypse?
If the zombies came after you?
What's that one show they have where they go eat people once a month?
Walking Dead people.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's called Walking Dead.
No, the movie though. There was a movie about one night a month or one night a year.
Oh, that's really weird. You watch really weird stuff.
You get to go out and kill people.
Oh, the
Purge. What if the purge happened? Man, I don't know.
wow,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
all
What if there was
right,
a
all
war,
right.
guys? What if there was major inflation? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, 3 things. That's all you got to do this weekend. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're watching this channel, you didn't pay anything. Okay? So look, man, subscribe to the channel. Do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel and at least post a comment. Share it with your friends. Tell me you like it. Tell me you don't like it. Either way, I'm good. I just told them about that, Johnny. Stay with me, man. GrantCardone.com/webinar. You got less
We'll
than
see
24
you tomorrow
hours.
night for that.
Less
It's
than
been great.
24
Thank you for
hours.
watching the
Okay?
show.
Thank you for watching,
We'll
man.
be here next
And remember,
week.
man,
And find the
man.
one you trust, build an empire, and then protect it.
Or risk the risk.
Or risk the risk.
Whatever that means. If you don't have more money coming in, whether it's an individual or a business, you cannot save more money and you will never have money to invest. I want to help you in this webinar, show you how to increase your income, how to find customers that will pay you more money. I want to invite you to come to my How to Increase Your Income webinar. This is the most important thing I've done in my entire career. Who does the best webinars in the world? Grant Cardone does, and everybody knows it. If you don't have more money coming in, whether it's an individual or a business, you cannot save more money and you will never have money to invest. I want to help you in this webinar, show you how to increase your income, how to find customers that will pay you more money. I want to invite you to come to my How to Increase Your Income webinar. This is the most important thing I've done in my entire career. Who does the best webinars in the world? Grant Cardone does, and everybody knows it.
Breaking the rules, I don't need you, I got